I know how to mat. Here's what you're making basically, except yours, of course, my pictures are square, yours are not. It's going to be like this. It's either going to open this way or this way, depending on what you feel comfortable, okay? So everybody understand that you need 2 pieces of mat board per picture. Cool? That's why you have to get so many. Do not just tape your picture to this part and then hand it to me like that, because I'll flip out. Because it's not right. We're just going to, we can do this, guys. I will think of a really inspirational speech by the end of this. But all you have to do is this. You can either get them cut 11 by 14, or you can cut them yourself. When you cut them yourself, you simply measure a square, okay, 11 by 14, and you cut it with what we call a straight cutter. It even says straight cutter. Okay, it cuts straight. Yes. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. You understand that? When using the cutter, it's going to be a little weird, because you know how you're never supposed to actually like cut towards you. Sometimes you kind of have to. So really be careful. Always use a new blade as much as you can. So every 10 cuts or so, you're probably going to need a new blade. That's why I ask you to get a pack. A pack's pretty cheap. I think it's like $3 or $4. It's worth it though. You'll have a straight line, okay? So, you're going to see that on each of these, here, look one, this one's called the bevel cutter. It makes bevel edges, okay? Both of these cutters have little lips on them, okay? It fits into this part, okay? So, oopsie, maybe this one doesn't today. So basically it can move back and forth, okay? Same with this one. Move back and forth. Still, just try not to cut off your fingers. Something good to have that I'm going to try to get you guys a piece of today is a board to cut on, so that you're not just cutting through. As you can see, this has been used a lot, so it's a pretty deep edge. But I don't know, it's nicer, makes a better cut. Okay, measuring. So everybody understands how to make the outside? You've all made boxes before, 11 by 14. Mark them all at home, bring them here so you can just cut them. It'll be awesome and quick. How to measure the inside. 2 pieces of paper. If you have 11 by 14 board, you're going to make an 11-inch piece of paper and a 14-inch piece of paper. Okay? See? Here and here. If you'd like that, I know mine are wonky shapes, but at least one side is straight. Okay? It's easier to measure. I'm going to pick any picture. Why not this on top? I want to mat this. Okay? I'm going to start with the smaller side. I'm going to take my smaller piece of paper. Okay, hold on. I kind of already did it once to make sure. Now, when I measure my smaller paper, I'm going to place the straight edge. Everybody come close. Okay? At the edge of where I want my picture to be seen when I'm matting, okay? And I want you to mark. So I want you to go in a little bit, okay? So that you can make sure that it's matted right. So I'm going in a little, okay? See that? Anybody not understand that part so far?
Is a little bit of the black border supposed to show? Or do we not want that?
I like when a little bit of the black border shows. Just as long as it's consistent, okay? So you see that? Making a little mark. Anybody really not understanding this so far? Because this is magical and awesome. Ready? I fold. So this is how far my picture takes up the space, okay? This is whatever's left of that 11 inches. I am going to fold the paper in half to that line. Now, I have 2 spaces, right? Okay? This, I'll always line this up like this, okay? this is what's left. So my picture takes up this much. Okay, this is how much more board I have left. If I cut it in two, that shows how much space I have on each side. So you don't have to do any math. It's just going to cut it right down the middle. Okay, so make a mark here. Make sure it's the back of the mat board. Make sure it's in pencil. And make the mark here. Okay? You're going to do the same with the large piece of paper. Okay? Go in a little bit.
It's pouring.
That it is. Oh my goodness, I have boots, thank goodness. In my dark. Do the same thing. This is how much my photo takes up in space. This is what I have left. Fold over. Okay. This is how much space should be on either side. Everybody get that? Anybody find that one difficult? No? Pretty good? I want you to check to make sure that both sides are the same, okay? So I did the long side. I'm going to check the other side, okay? To make sure it's the same. Yes. And I'm going to check the bottom. Make sure that's the same. Yes. Okay. So I do the same thing to each side. So I do it over there and there. Then all you have to do, well, I'm going to do it right. Hold on. I wish it was like a cooking show where I had one done for you and I could just be like, and it would look like this. Okay. Sometimes I need to. Okay. Then you will take a ruler. Okay. Please don't just use anything random like a book. Use a ruler. There's some everywhere. Okay. What I'm going to do, make a line.